Day. Live now in Vancouver. 8 years ago, Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir in this city won Canada's last Olympic gold medal in skating. First Olympic dance medal was the highlight of the career. Finished second in Sochi. Recently had an undefeated run. Then they finished second at the Grand Prix final, which put some doubt in a lot of skating fans' minds and maybe even in their own minds. They went back to the drawing board.
Yes, they did, and they looked at their free dance and really questioned as to how they could improve it and what they really thought, if anything, they could do to overtake the French team for the Olympic Games. And they came up with a plan. They're adding a little bit more lyricism, romanticism to their free dance, finishing a bit more on a high. And it has looked fantastic in practice. Technically, they were also beaten in the short dance at the Grand Prix final. And really, Rod, that's about taking care of the details. Tessa and Scott still have the highest score in their short dance this season. And in order to get those kinds of numbers again, they need to get the levels across the board. And that's what they will be looking for here at the Canadian Championships, making sure they've got the technical requirements.
All the talk has been about their return to skating, return to the Olympics, hopefully a return, as they say, to gold. And they talked about the tweaks after the Grand Prix final.
There were some changes that we wanted to make, and there was mostly just tweaks. We really do love these programs, but we felt like there were some opportunities for us to just make small changes that would open the program up. We felt like we needed to skate a little bit more, cover some more ice, and just have a bit more confidence and command. It was funny when we watched the video of us, it didn't look like we felt. You know, we felt confident, and then it just looked a little rushed. So kind of taking the time and enjoying it.
That free dance, the Moulin Rouge free dance tomorrow. Virtue and Moir, this has been their era. They will cement their legacy.
Well, it's interesting. You talk about back in Vancouver when they won their first title. And at that point, you could see their potential. And you really wondered, would they realize it? And you knew that their potential was to be one of the all-time great dance teams. And I would say, without a doubt, they are the greatest dance team the world has ever seen. Whether they win gold or silver when they go forward to South Korea, it's just incredible. Their body of work, their versatility, their longevity, there's no other team that can equal Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir.
High praise from one of the great dancers as well, and Tracy Wilson in her time. And talked about Caitlin and Andrew, of course, and we'll get to them in a moment. But that third spot, Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier, remember the abject disappointment 4 years ago when this team realized it wouldn't go to the Winter Olympic Games. They are on the cusp of making a dream come true.
And really, it is their spot to skate into. They always come well prepared into the season. They have quite separation between themselves and the teams that are kind of coming in ranked behind them. Very, very strong technically. Great personalities, these two. And they would like to lift themselves up here at the Canadian Championships with strong technical scores as a launching pad when they go into the Olympic Games.
4 years ago, disappointed, but they're a different team now.
I think we've definitely improved a lot technically in the entire quad. And I think our outlook has changed. You know, I think really in 2014, it was really a competition of trying to qualify. And as much as that's still one of the things we want to accomplish this week, it's really a competition of showing that we are ready to compete with the top couples in the world. And that's still part of what we want to achieve this week. It's not simply being in the top three, but being competitive and pushing and trying to climb.
Wearing that maple leaf at the Winter Olympic Games. Piper, of course, a Canadian citizen now. Her grandmother was born in Sarnia. She grew up in the United States, but that will be something special for her to represent Canada. We've had some dancers on the ice already, Tracy, and the leaders so far local team, Sarah Arnold and Thomas Williams.
They're in their second year of partnership. Both of them were without partners for a number of years, have come back to skating. And so we've talked about the Olympic spots on the line, and the Olympic team will not be going to the Four Continents Championships, which is a major international. These two have a chance to get out internationally and gain some points. And so that is what they are shooting for.
Been battling some injury, and a team that, have self-funded themselves. It's a great story here. The hometown team, Arnold and Williams, train in Vancouver, who are currently in first place, 60.18. So here is our final dance flight, the short dance, which sets you up for tomorrow, and the free skate, of course. Here are the teams to skate. And Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer will skate last. Before them, Caitlin and Andrew. And expect this house to be brought down.
Veuillez accueillir le prochain patineur, representing British Columbia, Yukon.